Hey, let me get some music. Get in the mood. Gotta get in the mood, America.
Well, I'm going to see Aunt Betsy when
There's
I
a copyright law. It's the only song I know I can play.
Well, I'm going to see Aunt Betsy when I die. Well, I'm going to see Aunt Betsy when I die. Well, I'm going to see Aunt Betsy when I die. When I die, oh, when I die. Well, I'm going to see Aunt Betsy when I die. Oh, when I die, oh, when I die. Well, I'm going to see Aunt Betsy when I die. Oh, I'm going to talk to Jesus when I die. Well, I'm going to talk to Jesus when I die. Well, I'm going to talk to Jesus when I die. Well, I'm going to talk to Jesus when I die. Oh, when I die, oh, when I die. Well, I'm going to talk to Jesus when I die. Oh, when I die, oh, when I die. Well, I'm going to talk to Jesus when I die. Know that there'll be church on Sunday when I die. Oh, well, there'll be church on Sunday when I die. Oh, well, there'll be church on Sunday when I die. Oh, well, there'll be church on Sunday when I die. When I die, oh, when I die. Well, there'll be church on Sunday when I die. When I die, oh, when I die. There'll be church on Sunday when I die.
That was... So who's doing that is Juice, Joe Berglund, Bar J Bar, and Jason. I think that's his name. There are people who are actually enjoying their life, doing something with it, doing something cool, spending their days doing something nice and fun, something worthy. Unlike me, I have to sit here in front of a computer and a processor and call people and have conversations and figure out why the fuck America is offing itself, you know, just choosing to surrender. I got to figure that out. But, you know, oh, man. You know, and I realized I forgot my water, too. I just did another show. I'm trying to bum rush them out. Again, the goal is to have 8 of them. Then I'll release them all. And then by then, hopefully have a good, fluid, consistent kind of motion with it. A good quality show. Okay, cool. I got someone who's ready to talk. Okay, well, first, I think I'm going to go with my brother. But let me play something. Let me find something short I can do. I just need to get some water. Should I do another song? I don't know. Do I have even... Let me... Oh. How about Christian Diary? So you can hear about a warehouse story told by my brother.
2014. Excerpt from the Christine Diaries by Tim Knowlton. Chapter 2. The next day in the afternoon, I went to Charlie's warehouse to rehearse. It'd been a while. The songs were coming together, but we didn't rehearse enough. Progress was slow. Charlie had solo tripped on Lucy and been mortified by the insanity of Wall Street. He'd gone to see the 9/11 memorial, a testament to the endurance of capitalist insanity, it turned out. Later, he and the anorexic girl Clara had taken Ambien together and ended up in bed. The crazy thing was, you would just pop in and out of consciousness, Charlie explained. You'd come to, and Clara would say, Charlie, make sure the condom is still on. And you'd check and say, yep, it's on. But then a minute later you'd go, wait, when did I put a condom on? Clara had made Charlie promise not to tell me. It didn't really make sense why. He'd told me anyway.
Yes. Okay. I'm back. I got my water. You know what? I'm going to actually go to Ethan. Let's put him on. Oh, shit. My Bluetooth is off. Let me get this going. Sorry, guys. Oh, who am I apologizing to? Let me see how many listeners. Oh, he said on another call 1 second. I thought he said what? You said whenever, ready whenever. Okay. Let's try my brother. Cool. Phone's working. Is my mic on? Come on, Tim. I need some help right while I'm chilling out. Either that or I need to get my Joe Biden on. I got to find something, man. I got to find something.
Your call has been forwarded to.
Dude, I'm telling you, nobody wants to be on. Everybody thinks life is dandy.
Hello, Charlie.
Hey, Mom, you're on Red, White, and Chill.
What? Is it done?
Say what?
What do you mean I'm on it? Is it, you've posted it or you've edited it or what?
No. I'm calling you again. I just need help getting my Joe Biden on. I don't know what to do. I just got off a phone call with some Trumpers, and I don't know if America deserves to be rescued. I don't know if America deserves to be chill. I just
You're
don't know.
not on the show now, right?
No, I'm on the show right now, Mom. And
I mean, I am too.
Yeah, and I have someone else who wants to talk and everything, but he's on the phone with someone else. He wants to show it, and I think I want to step down from being the leader of the resistance, Mom. I don't know.
That's been so brief. It's been a show and a half.
Yeah, I mean, Trump's not even president yet. I'm
oh,
over
not a good look. Not a good look. What happened to your persistence?
My persistent, it ended. It ended, Mom. I just don't know what else to do, though. I don't enjoy it. Everyone's telling me what to do, giving me ideas. Nobody's like on it. Oh, but I did get that new media manager, which is exciting.
Yeah, that's great. Unless you quit and then you don't need him.
Well, I think he was saying, hey, man, I want to be a part of it, but I want to know you're really going for it. And I was like, yeah, I'm not going to flake. I'm not going to give up. This was just yesterday. But I'm ready, Mom. I don't know if... See, I'm starting to realize, like, yes, I don't love America right now because America doesn't love herself. So should I let America go and have time on it on her own to figure out how to love herself? I don't know what to do. I just want to get my Joe on, though.
I think you've been so up and into it, and now you're having second thoughts, but that doesn't mean you should end it. I think you need to try a little bit more.
Oh, my... I'm trying
so
to...
what's getting you down? Talking to people who don't agree? Is that what's getting you down?
No, Mom. Sitting in a room with a big light on me with some computers in front of me and a microphone and just looking into space. And I'm just talking into... Mom, it's ridiculous. But but it's my fault. I should have been doing this. I should have never stopped the boombox ditty. That's my new theory. My theory, Mom, is that the country voted for Trump in order to get me back on the podcast. Because the country... Oh,
they didn't even realize that's what it was, did they?
I bet you they did. And they just don't want to own up to it. I
think you need to get somebody in the studio with you. Just doing it by in there by yourself is going to be too hard.
Yeah, well, I'm actually okay. I mean, I think I'm proving to everybody, anybody that's paying attention, that I can do this, So
do it.
Yeah, I know. I am doing it, Mom. This is it.
Just do it, Charlie.
We're doing it. We're doing it right now. We're saving the world. This is how you save it now. That's what's so ridiculous. It used to be cool.
Save the world through self-doubt? Is that
it? Through podcasting. It's so annoying.
The aha moment.
When George Washington was making America, he didn't have to have a podcast.
No, but he had a tough road, huh?
Yeah, I guess so. But then Martin Luther King, he didn't need a podcast.
Well, he was out there giving speeches, Charlie.
Yeah, but People don't care about speeches. People care about
Well,
talking to walls.
They did. They care about speeches if you're a great speech maker.
Well, I'm talking about right now. They did care about it, but now they don't care about if you're a good speech maker. They care about if you can run a podcast. That's what they care about, Mom.
Mm-hmm.
And they're
Day to day, maybe.
yeah, it's just aggravating. It's aggravating. But you know what?
So how are you fighting back, Charlie?
I'm persevering, Mom.
What is your weapon of choice, Charlie? Onward, ho!
I guess.
Huzzah! Huzzah!
I mean, I've been calling people Homo erectus. I did replace. Oh, you missed it. We had Giselle the other day.
Yeah.
And yeah, we retired darn it. God. We retired the R word, but I think I actually just said the R word. I had a Freudian slip.
What's the R word?
Mentally disabled.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we officially retired.
Good.
It.
Okay.
Except for one. This is the only one that I had trouble figuring out a better substitute. Let me play it for you.
You're a retard. That means your mother must love blowing retards.
Giselle had 3 arguments that's not a good retort, but I beg to differ. That was well done. But, I'm going to refrain from that.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, well, here, let me see. Wait. Oh, you know what? I have a gig on Monday. It's cool. On
Monday? What's going on a Monday?
It's a local shop in Santa Monica. Let me get it. Might as well plug it, huh?
So, what are they opening, or what's going on that they're having you?
Monday the 16th. I forgot. He told me over the phone. It's some kind of I think restaurant, like cafe. Maybe they serve alcohol. I'm not too sure.
So is it in the evening?
Yeah, in the evening.
I guess.
In the evening.
Okay.
But yeah, he wanted me to come over tonight. That's why I was trying to cut 2 shows real quick, and then
Oh, back to back, because that might be tiring.
Yeah, all I did is just put on a poncho. And
poncho.
Yeah, so it looks like it's 2 different shows, But,
okay.
But yeah, I thought I was in a rush, but actually I can take my time because he's like, you know what, we should actually meet tomorrow because it's too late. He asked me last minute. And let me just tell him, yeah, that's cool. I can take my time. Second thought, much earlier tomorrow, okay? Yes, early tomorrow works. See, this is what I should be doing, Mom. I could be at the real studio playing real drums right now.
Instead, you're at the fake studio talking.
Yeah, this is not a studio. This is actually in a house.
You're in a bedroom, a living room.
Living room. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool, though. Let me check it out. It looks cool. Did you get to see it? No, I don't care right now. My poncho looks cool, though. Oh, check it out, Mom. No viewers. This one has 0 viewers.
Well, that's what you said last time. It was just me, and then afterwards you said there were 4. So I don't know how that happened.
I don't know. Maybe because I'm yelling at everybody. I think everyone's kind of not attracted to it. But you know what? Okay. How do you get when you're in times of trouble, Mom? How do you like to get your Joe Biden on? Do you have a favorite Joe moment?
What's a Joe moment?
I don't know, just something badass that Joe Biden did. I was thinking of maybe checking out him addressing the nation after Trump won, or maybe even after the assassination attempt, and he was like, "My fellow Americans, we can't resort to violence." I thought that was pretty sick. And,
you've seen more than I have.
Oh, he's good. So you're new to Joe Biden? Is that what I'm hearing?
No, I haven't had to pay so much attention to him because I trust him.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. He's so good. He's so good. We are America, second to none. Fuck yeah. That sounds like a good Joe moment. Sorry. What are you doing right now?
I'm looking at these emails on the computer. I'm looking for an email. I need to ask somebody a question, and I have to find when they emailed me to figure out who it is and how to reach them.
Okay.
So I'm sitting here scrolling through emails.
We'll just get okay, cool. Well, we can.
Let me tell you what I literally tell every world leader I met with, and I've met them all.
Yes, you have.
It's never, never, never been a good bet to bet against America.
Yes.
We have the finest fighting force in the world.
Oh.
Not only Not only do we have the largest economy in the world, we have the strongest economy in the world. We have the most productive workers in the world. And given a fair shot, given a fair chance, Americans have never, ever, ever, ever let their country down. Never. Never. Ordinary people like us who do extraordinary things. We've had candidates before who attempted to get elected by appealing to our fears, but they've never succeeded because we do not scare easily. We never bow. We never bend. We never break when confronted with crisis. No, we endure. We overcome, and we always, always, always move forward. That's why I can say with absolute conviction, I am more optimistic about our chances today than when I was elected as a 29-year-old kid to the Senate. The 21st century is going to be the American century. Because we lead not only by the example of our power, but by the power of our example. That is the history of the journey of America. And God willing, Hillary Clinton will write the next chapter in that journey.
Oh, so it's a Hillary speech, huh?
Second to none.
Oh, that's long ago. They just stated it, didn't they?
Don't forget it.
Yeah, Fear Juan.
It sounds different now, doesn't it?
Yeah, but check this out. This is what we voted for.
He's got hands. I never saw it. He's got fingers like sausages. That's why he could fling that ball.
This was Homo erectus.
See what I did there?
Oh,
wasn't that poignant though? Joe Biden, man, we are America's second to none, dude. He's the greatest. I don't.
Yeah, he sounded good there. He's really. Lost some steam over the years.
Well, not his governing. His governing is only improved. His governing only got better and better
I'm not
and better.
Complaining.
Here, check this out, Mom. This is from that same guy I like, who's looking for me when I get good at this and I can start teaching people about, the truth and Joe Biden and make it funny. But listen to him, because this is what I'm telling you. This guy explains it the best. Like, you got to listen to him for the actual debating and arguing. You look to me to know that you're a numbskull, and I knock some sense into you, and I make it cool.
And I would say that the Biden administration basically succeeded in every area where Donald Trump failed. They were able to get some concessions from Mexico for border policy. Donald Trump got none, even though he said we're going to build the wall and they'll pay for it. They didn't pay for it, and he didn't build the wall. Biden passed a massive infrastructure bill. Donald Trump said, we're going to do infrastructure. Donald Trump didn't. He failed. Biden did. Donald Trump said that we were going to bring manufacturing back from China. He didn't. All he did was he tariffed people, and then he had to bail out our farmers because of how horrible and catastrophic these tariffs were. He brought nothing back. All he did was increase costs for consumers. Biden took the same problem, and he said, I'm going to pass the CHIPS Act, and he started to get manufacturing in the country for microprocessors. Donald Trump said he was going to stop wars and end wars, and he didn't. He didn't do anything about Ukraine. He abandoned allies in the Middle East, the Kurdish people, to our own allies, the Turkish, and watched them get slaughtered. And then he basically surrendered the U.S. forces to the Taliban in Afghanistan. And then he increased and obfuscated drone strikes in Yemen. When Biden came into office, he followed through, despite how catastrophic the agreement was. He followed through on the Afghanistan pullout, got us out of the country. He pulled us out of the Saudi-led coalition that was going on against Yemen for the drone strikes. And he is being good at supporting countries like Israel and Ukraine from afar without getting us directly involved. I mean, I don't know. What part do you want to, like, the Democrats are such a, the Democrats.
Like, he nailed it. I mean, this is it.
Who was that?
Huh?
Who was that?
His name's Destiny. People troll him a lot because of his sex life, and he was like a streamer, a video gamer, but he's the guy that reads all the legal documents and everything. That's why if you want to actually like have a real argument or debate, you look at him destroy everybody, and then you go, okay, well that guy took care of it. There's no reason to talk to me. If you think you got a shot, talk to him. Don't talk to me about that. Yeah, but here, let's finish it then if you like it.
Have done so well that Trump has tried to take credit for things that they've not only done, but that he's tried to destroy. Donald Trump comes out and says things like, I hate price controls, but you better believe he lives that $35 insulin cap. Donald Trump comes out on his first day in office, and just because of McCain manages to fail to pull the plug on the ACA, he even goes to the Supreme Court afterwards and gets shot down. What does he say now? I like pre-existing conditions, right? So this idea that like if I like Donald Trump's anything that he's done, anything he wants to take credit for now, they're just things that happen under Democrats, right? This guy earlier says his most important thing that he cares about is food and health, and the only guy that he can cite that's actually trying to ban the bullshit that he cares about was Gavin Newsom, who's a goddamn Democratic governor. So no, like why the fuck would I ever vote for Trump in any case here? Biden has succeeded on every single level and destroyed Donald Trump on every single thing that he tried to achieve. So
Luke, where's Stephen wrong?
Well, first off, all he did was list things that Biden did.
I love that. I don't know why I put that in. I keep that in just because it's so funny. It's like, that's your argument. He said, oh, what do you disagree with him? I disagree that all he said was list things that Biden done. And I'm like, oh, okay. So you're aware that Biden did all that? I don't know. I don't get it. We're living in West Russia, Mom. But that's cool because at least Russia doesn't like gay people. That's what I found out. It's a lot of actually people, it's a lot of transphobia and like homophobia. That's what I'm hearing from everybody. And they complain about the wars overseas or whatnot, but they don't actually really understand anything going on.
Yeah.
It's hard to get your red, white, and chill on all the time when you're recognized as the enemy within for truly loving your country, for being a real American. Because you remember, you're the one that told me I'm a third culture kid.
Yes, I did say that.
Which means I'm a better American than everybody else. Am I wrong? Because I was born in America. I lived all over America. I got family roots all over America, in Tennessee, Colorado, St. Louis, Missouri, Michigan. Whoa. And I've been overseas and I repped America. I brought the PB&J overseas. Mom, for goodness sakes, what did...
It's a cultural exchange, right?
Yes. It was. I took the best of the other country, Mom, because you got to remember what America does, Mom. We take things from other countries and we make it better. When Mexico gave us tacos, we gave them Taco Bell. When we got pizza, we made Pizza Hut. Everything we do is just better than the rest of the world. It's cool to see the rest of the world and see where these things have their roots and where it came from. They don't even have steel string acoustic guitars in Europe. How can you be a cowboy? Mom, they play classical nylon string guitars. It's ludicrous. I'm getting worked up again. I started worked up and I'm ending worked up.
I hear that.
Oh, man. And you know what? Because when I was overseas and then continued to travel overseas as an adult, I went overseas and I repped America. I even defended Trump. I remember I met a German couple and they're like, oh, you're American? Get out of here. You guys have Trump. And I said, excuse you. You best love Trump. The only people that get to hate Trump are Americans.
Oh, you're okay.
But I can't even say that anymore because Trump is an insurrectionist. He's anti-America. He's Russian. So I can't even do that. And he calls me the enemy within because I'm the best American ever. What did Dad do? In Hong Kong, when I was born in St. Louis, we were there because that's like, hey, now all your family was there. That's where you're from and everything. And Dad was working for Anheuser-Busch, right?
Yes.
And so what did he do with Anheuser-Busch and Asia? Can you explain to America?
Are you interested? They were introducing Budweiser beer to the Asian market. So you didn't used to be able to buy that American beer. I don't know if there are other American beers, but so they introduced American beer Budweiser into China. And they had deals, in the Philippines, and he went to Australia. That's what he was doing. They built a factory in China.
So you could say that we're the American heroes. We brought American beer everywhere.
Yes.
And
well, places.
And then what about Barilla? Is he in charge for bringing Barilla from Italy to America? Or did he just join later?
What did you ask?
Is Dad responsible for bringing Barilla pasta to America?
No, it was already in America, but they made it. It became a stronger position, and it increased market share.
Okay, there you go. There you go, world. I know more than you. I see. That's the thing, man. Is like usually I give myself credit for knowing when I'm stupid or dull or dumb on a topic or a subject or a point of view, and I know I'm pretty good at like kind of filtering where to get my information from.
Mm-hmm.
But this is one thing that without a doubt I can say that I think we just proved, me being a third culture kid and the influence we had on the rest of the world by representing America, by being American diplomats, cultural diplomats. When we were in Hong Kong, I remember we were even part of an exchange of having naval people come and eat with American families to feel at home. And we housed, wasn't it like some general or naval commander?
Yeah, he was the top. It was an American ship was in port in Hong Kong during the holidays, and so families invited them in so they could have a home-cooked meal. And it was just through the luck of the draw, we ended up with like the commander of the ship. I don't know what their title is, but...
And he gave us a tour, and he gave 6-year-old me a hat.
He did. Do you still have that hat?
I still have it. When I see you for the holidays, I'm going to go and get it. Maybe I'll take a picture of it and send it out and say, guys, I don't even know. What do I say to them, Mom, without insulting them? Because it is my fault. I did quit podcasting when Joe Biden got elected because I started trusting America again. And by not being there to tell people what to think, they chose to... We apparently all chose to shoot ourselves in the foot and relinquish power to the villains and dictators and oppression and anti-freedom and anti-America forces in the world. We conceded. We're appeasing them. So I can't be mad at them because it is my fault for not being there to help them. So what do I say to them, Mom? What do I tell them? And you're right now in Michigan, living in West Russia. What should I say to them?
I don't have the
answer. But I guess I should keep doing it, huh?
I think the best argument against Trump will be when he takes over and he starts to do stupid things.
Yeah. It's okay. Well, here I got
my biased opinion.
Okay.
Yeah, the worry is, it's just you cost Washington the swamp. It gets swampier the more time he spends in it. There's so much conflict of interest. All the rich people are in charge, and what are they going to do for the average American? I don't think they know much about average people.
But then people are saying, oh, well, Joe Biden, we're all poor because of Joe Biden. I told them you're poor because of your own decisions, but what do you even say to that argument when people try to kill my red, white, and chill?
Well, I think a lot of the inflation was coming off of the pandemic. The supply chain, not everything had worked out, and no matter who was the president, it was going to happen. It had to do with the movement of goods and employment and everything going on because of the pandemic. And the whole world has suffered with that, and people, might feel poor because it was bad here, but the U.S. managed it better than a lot of countries did.
Did you even know? My sources are telling me that China's economy is sputtering right now. And
yeah, China's not doing well. Their markets are like their housing has collapsed.
Yep. And remember when Trump waged an economic war against them and lost? He made America lose. And now with Biden, how are we winning and China's losing?
Well, it depends. There's many different levels. There's politics and there's the economy. And China has a lot of influence around the world because they pour money into certain industries. They're pouring money into third world countries. So they will take China's side. So the fact that their home economy is sputtering a little bit doesn't mean they're not strong in other areas.
Well, I don't know enough about it. Like I said, I know when I don't know. But all I can do is get my Joe on. That's all you can do.
Yeah.
How about this one? Let's get a classic Joe. You said he's not sounding so well, but let's listen to the man himself. Oh, Lord. Advertisement. Hey, skip ads forever. Oh, remember when Joe Biden, how he started introducing a bill just like 2 months ago? Where if you're on the phone line with a company like Venmo on the customer service or the banks for fraud or whatever, and you're having issues with the click 1 for this, 2 for that, 3 for this, 4 to go back.
I hate that.
He introduced something to be always one button away from an operator, a human person.
Yeah, but they won't tell you which button it is.
Well, not even that. He hasn't made it work. It hasn't happened yet. He only just started it because he did a million other things, and now we're probably never going to get it. We're never going to get it. You think Elon Musk is going to let that happen?
Yeah, no, I agree. But a lot of common stuff that drives people crazy, like all the junk fees and flying and everything. That's true. He was trying to. It's small. I mean, it's a small thing, but it changes the quality of your life.
It does. Nothing drives me more insane than, like, I was having trouble with the my insurance company, and on the phone with them, can't finding it. That was a moment I've talked about it before, where I almost took my smartphone and chucked it across the street, just like old times when I was in high school, and you made me have a phone. I don't know if you remember that. Remember, I never wanted those phones.
Charlie. Yeah, that's probably true.
Remember when I kept breaking it and losing it?
Oh, it's all blended together now. I can't say I do.
Yeah, because it used to be, I remember I would be having a sleepover, and like at Desmond's place, and I'd be up in the morning, be having breakfast with Desmond's mom, and she would tell me stories about how after school they would get on their bikes and go somewhere and just not come home until dinner without having any contact with their family. And that was so dreamy. But all of a sudden, you didn't let me go to a friend's house unless I called you on my cell phone first. And then if I called you, you would tell me I have to do my homework. And so I
just needed to know where you were. If you had told me ahead of time, you wouldn't have had to call me.
Yeah, but what ended up happening is that you would always be like, first you got to do your homework. So what I found out I could do is when we're playing soccer or sports, I could let the phone fall out of my pocket, or I could just throw it. They were the little flip phones, though. They were like the cheap ones. But yeah, no, I hated those. I hated those phones. Oh, and now I'm ruled in a world with that. I was about to go back to the flip phone. I was having trouble with my insurance. I was about to chuck that thing over in the gutter. And I was like, you know what? I should just get a flip phone, which I'm starting to think now that I know Joe Biden won't be there to help me with this new technology. Joe Biden is not going to be there anymore. We can't rely on him. We can't rely on Trump and Elon Musk. They're going to be trying to exploit us. Remember, we're their workers. America's a business, and we're the employees. They don't like paying their employees. They don't like strike. They don't like any of that. They're union busters. They're scabs. And so we're the employees, just like you see. I still see when I go outside, I see the mailman at Saturday night at like 6, 7, 8 p.m. still working on a Saturday.
Yeah.
That was Trump. Because we're a business and we got to make money. We can't just be a fucking cool nation. We can't be chill as fuck ruling the world. No, we got to concede our power and work our citizens like employees. And then the whole country said yeah because of gays and transgender people, because of a story they heard from someone who heard it from another guy. We're in West Russia, Mom. Here, excuse me. Let me get my Joe on.
Let me close with this. I know I'm not a young man. State the obvious. Well, I know. Well,
they cheer too long. Let the man speak. He's old.
Well, I don't. Folks, I don't walk as easy as I used to. I don't speak as smoothly as I used to. I don't debate as well as I used to. But I know what I do know. I know how to tell the truth. I know right from wrong. And I know how to do this job. I know how to get things done. And I know, like millions of Americans know, when you get knocked down, you get back up.
Oh, man. I love getting my Joe on.
So when was that speech from?
That was a day after his debate. When the DNC, the beginning of the betrayal by the DNC.
Oh, he sounded pretty good in that one.
I know, Mom. Because
yeah, I remember you sending me some speeches since then that he sounded fine.
Yeah, he's the greatest president ever. That's it. And I'm not saying this because of the speech or the debate. I'm saying this because of all the things you and I are pointing out. Because of how he actually helped our world. And on top of that, everything he says is just pure Americanism. Second to none. When you get knocked down, you get back up. He is America. He's George Washington.
Yeah.
Mom, we witnessed George Washington. I mean, we did. And you got to remember, Abraham Lincoln, great. We recognize him as the greatest president now, but he almost didn't win that re-election. And people are saying George Washington, they thought he was kind of doing the 2-term limit speech because nobody thought he could win a third one. You know, these people weren't necessarily super popular.
Well, I think Washington was super popular, but I mean, typically it takes time for people to realize greatness. You look back and you can see more clearly what happened.
Yeah. Should I announce it now, Mom? Should I announce the big news, the whole point of the podcast? Or are you ready? I suppose so. Let me see.
Unless you're trying to sneak up on people and surprise them.
No, I'm going to say it. Guys, say it. This podcast is to get me running for president. And I guarantee you my one campaign promise is I will use a presidential immunity to criminally enforce Joe Biden to run the country. No say. Slave. I'll call, people tell me it's okay to say to white people, when I see Joe Biden, I'll say, dance, monkey, dance, and I'll sit him in the chair of the Oval Office desk. And if he says, hey, I need a break, I say, no, you need to sign more bills. I promise you, America, I will bring this country, I'll keep us great. There's no reason to think we're garbage as long as I'm president, because I'll make sure Joe Biden does everything. And then if you're worried about how we look, because you're so vain, I'll be the face. And I'll use all my sound bites to get at people.
There you go.
Yeah. So that's it. That's my big news.
The face of it. Okay, I hadn't heard that, Charlie.
Yeah, well, if you want, Mama, I can let you go. We already did a show, but
yeah, it's after 11. I'm kidding. I'm heading up soon.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna see who I can wrangle.
Okay.
Okay. Bye, Mom. I love you.
Bye. Love you.
Okay. Looking at you, Alexis. I don't think you even know I'm doing a show right now. But should I call? Ethan, you're telling me all this stuff about being on the show and everything, but when it's time, you're on the phone with somebody else. Man, who's there for me? Let me check. I think I even made a list of people, so I can keep an eye on all of y'all. Eye on all y'all. I maybe don't have anybody to talk to right now. I may have nobody in the chat box, but this, everybody, is me cutting my teeth, proving to the world I don't need anything to be the greatest podcaster of all time. I just have it in me, and I'm doing it, and I'm only doing it for you, America. So I can become president and force Joe Biden to do all the work. He can run the country in his sleep. He can do it. Okay, let me see. Should I call someone? Let me try. I might not get an answer, but it's worth a shot. It's worth a shot. See if you answer. Who else do I have? And if I don't get an answer, I think I'm just going to talk about it. I'm just going to talk about it full force.
Your call has been forwarded.
Okay, that's what I thought. So who I just attempted to get on the phone, I'm not going to say the name because I don't think she wants to be identified. Apparently nobody does. Everybody's cool with living in a totally red, white, and chill world. And then you guys look at me like, oh, dude, why are you being so unchill? I'm like, hey, I'm just reacting to everything going on. But what gets me, this is a message I received after the election when I was still bumming out about everything. Wait, is this on? Am I even recording? Yes, I am. Is my mic on? Okay, cool. Where is it? I got a folder. This is what I had to deal with, America. This is why I don't know if you're worth me saving. I got the message, a text, saying this. This is part of the reason why I am making the show. To Charlie, day after election. Now is when... Let me get my voice on. Now is when your privilege as a white man is more powerful than ever, Charlie. Please use it. Use it and help black, trans, poor people however you can. You've got all the power. Remember that. You've got all this... Oh, dude, my speech impediment's getting me. You've got all the same powers that Trump has. Please help us who have none. You're a white man in America. Own that. Run for office. Engage in community. Take out a loan. Get free art classes. As bad as you feel now, infiltrate the right and fuck them over. The people who fucked us all over love the way you look. Who cares what your views are? Use them. And I agree. So that's why I thought, what's the best way I can organize and have an impact? It is doing this. This is all I know, man. I'm a musician in LA. And that's what I figured, man. It's like, yeah, I've never podcasted much before. I did for fun during Trump's, when I was pissed off at Trump during the pandemic. And I just figured, even though there's people that dedicate their lives to this and study other podcasts, I'm in LA. I'm in Los Angeles. If you don't know what that means, it means I'm better at this than you. I'm better at any of these creative functions than you. I don't need anything. I don't need to do anything. As you see, no viewers, no phones. I'm killing it. I hate to be the one to tell you, but it's just the way it is. I hate being so self-serving. That's not very Joe Biden-esque of me. Remember, everybody here, we're against China, we're against Russia, we're all for Joe Biden. That's what Red, White, and Chill is. You see how I'm doing this, guys? You see how I'm doing this? So, yeah, so I get these people telling me to do this. Everybody giving me ideas on what to do. But, of course, when it's time to podcast, I'm here on my lonesome doing it. Makes me wonder, why am I even doing it? But if infiltrate the right is what I need to do, I'm going to talk to some Trump people. But what's crazy, though, is I'm actually thinking about, for real, joining them. Because all the people that want me to do this and to, like, boost our power, be the resistance. Where are they? They let me do it all by myself. Let me down. So maybe I will just say fuck it and go for Trump. Let me love the rich people. I'm going to love the rich people right now. Okay, who's a Trumper? Let's start with the people I know in West Russia, in Florida. Like I said, kind of like a shark. I think everybody knows to avoid me. Because they know I'm doing a podcast. Nobody wants their name on it. Nobody wants their views heard. They just want me to save the country, and nobody's around. Yes, I am bitching. Let's see how this guy... I'm going to wait till I see if there's a response before I put it up, because it's depressing just hearing the phone ring. But I'm totally down. Oh, I know who I can call. That might not get me down. But if I'm trying to infiltrate the right, should I keep calling people from the right? Or should I help myself right, wide, and chill?
I can. Thank you much.
Hello?
At the tone, please record your message.
Oh, it's a voicemail. But I'll feel bad just putting some random people on. But maybe I should. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like a lot of people are going to get mad at me. People say I'm offensive, but you know what, America, you offended me. You offended me. Not to stick here and do this. I don't actually want to talk to any Trumpers. I don't really want to. I just want to feel chill. I'm going to go for the chill route. I'm not going to infiltrate the right now. I'm just going to do some self-serving shit.
Your call has been forwarded.
This is what happens, man. Red, White, and Chill. I told you guys it's not Red, White, and Chill day. That was my own manager. This is what it's like, dude. It's what it's like when you're doing something for your country. Let me hear you, Venus. You gotta make me feel good right now. Because I'm not totally convinced that America wants to be saved. I'm not totally convinced.
Charlie, I understand you're making this podcast for your country that you love so much. I'd like to be of service to your nation with my talent and skills of fucking. Hi, my name is Venus, and I'm here because I love to fuck. I want to thank you for letting me be topless in your recording studio 2 weeks after I just met you. Charlie, I want to fuck the shit out of you.
Yeah, that makes me feel better. I felt pretty bad last night, where when I woke up, I started thinking about what happened with my last podcast. If you guys don't know, I had a co-host. I got lisp now. What the fuck? Yeah, I had a co-host, and then we ended up fucking, but we were in a band together with another girl, and I was fucking her too. And part of the show, I told her that I was fucking the other girl because I thought it'd be funny, or not funny, but just like good radio, which I think it was. And so that happened. And meanwhile, I had another girlfriend, a girl I was absolutely in love with, and she listened to the show. And when she was mad, she would bring that stuff up. She's like, "You're just an alcoholic with a sex addiction." I was thinking about that. I woke up and because we had a show and I had a guest, Giselle, and someone brought that up, and I was like, "Oh yeah, that did happen." And then it actually started when I had Melissa. She was at the beginning of the show. She was our first hoe. If you guys don't know, I had the Boombox Ditty, and in the Boombox Ditty, I had this girl named Melissa, or she went by Evol. Like, it's supposed to be love backwards. Evol. Hi, I'm Evol. We had a show called Guess That Fetish.
cool.
Hey. Hello?
Oh, that's a whole clip.
Anywho, let's move on to our first hoe. We've got Melissa.
Melissa, Charlie needs to make money. What should he do?
Go suck your dick, dude.
Sell my dick?
Yeah, dude. It works, right?
It just happened spontaneous. You know, it's not something I could plan. The opportunity arise. That's because
You need a classy hoe.
what kind of hoe am I?
Just a hoe. You need to be a classy hoe.
How do I become a classy hoe?
You stop yourself from having sex randomly. Just be like, no money, no honey, baby.
The thing is, when I do that, I only get laid by a lot older women.
Oh yeah, I was telling Giselle about that. How I had a teacher that I ended up living with her. I was at a college I went to, community college, whatever. But yeah, it was awesome. I ended up living with her. She fixed my car, bought me a drum kit. Even without me realizing for a while, she was giving me an allowance, which was pretty rad. I didn't. Maybe I shouldn't be too self-incriminating, but I got some cool privilege. And yeah, so what I said was comes from experience. I was very, very sure about that. I used to have this theme music. I don't know if I should do it or if I should re-record it. Check it out. Wait a minute. Was that even on? Did you guys hear any of that? I'm tripping out. You guys heard that, right? Was it on? Oh, I got levers, man. I can't wait till I get a camera. You guys can see all of what's going on because I'm pretty much in Super Saiyan mode right now. I'm wearing a poncho, moving shit around. And if you guys need to know something about, you know what? Here, check it out. This is what I had a bit called Charotica, kind of done by Juice and Kenny themselves of Water Tower and Bar J Bar. And I turned in a theme song. I want to do that again, but more fine. Maybe have other people do it because I'm surrounded by great singers and like musicians and all. Like I'm a drummer. I don't do much of that kind of sing stuff. I'm not as good. Oh yeah, then I had school. And then I had a story, man. Do you guys want to hear Melissa's Hoe Diaries? I don't know if you guys remember, but to give an example, I used to have hoes on the show.
Hello?
Hello.
Hoe Diary.
Oh, you work at a weed shop, which is where we met.
Okay, no, that's an old show. You guys can go back and listen to it if you want. But yeah, I did meet her at a weed shop in Boyle Heights. If anybody knows what Boyle Heights is, it's go watch Blood In, Blood Out. I know who I can call. First, I'll see if he answers so I don't get bummed out. But I'm just getting distracted looking at the phone now. I'll show you guys COVID Begotten. No way. Dude, I'm getting tired of these computers. They don't have...
Your call has been forwarded to voice.
Okay, that's what I thought. Charlie, make a show. Everybody scram. Charlie, save the country.
Let's get an update on my
Maybe how about the story? So I'm pretty intimate. So I actually, when I speak about loving the country, I do my part for it whenever there's a Chinese tourist. Maybe because I lived in Hong Kong for 3 years as a kid. It was still British territory. It was during the transition period where they're in the process of returning it to China, but they were kind of leasing the island out for a few years. And so maybe that's why I feel so comfortable, like, you know, around hitting up Asian women. But I try to make a point that whenever I get a Chinese girl, I have to fuck her from my country. The last time I was working at Fabio's Pasta on the Venice Boardwalk, and it was right across from the Venice Hotel. And I get a lot of tourists as well as locals, but I had one girl, she works for TikTok, which if you don't know is a Chinese government spy program to tear down America. And so having a sense of duty, she liked my fettuccine. She told me we made it fresh every day. Fabio's Pasta, really good shop. But so she was like, okay, what are you doing? Here's my number. And she invited me to her hotel that night, which was across the street. I kind of went there and I did it for my country. That's what I had to do, and that's what I did. I remember telling her about my love for Joe Biden, of course. And she would tell me, it's funny that you Americans love talking politics, because back in China, we don't get a vote. We don't have power. We don't have a voice. So nobody talks about it because it's nonsense. There's nothing we can do about it. So it's pointless. Where you Americans are always chatting away about it, trying to make decisions. And so I boned her for my country, but when I gave her every ounce of democracy I could, and the bald eagle soaring through from my body into hers, and I noticed the next day my mood was dampered, kind of depressed, because I took a little bit of that Chinese authoritativeness. I took it and gave her some democracy, some light, to make her happy, so she could plant that seed in China or wherever TikTok goes, and start spreading democracy. During it, of course, no kink shaming here, but it was dirty, and I did interrogate her in form of spanking. Wait, I just had that Charvatica, right? So I interrogated her. Let's try that. I would spank her and ask her what their plans for Taiwan if they were going to invade. What would I do? I spanked her behind and asked, what did I ask? I forgot. What TikTok is TikTok gonna sell? I wanted to impregnate her, so when she goes back to China, if you don't know anything about China, they don't have many women there in ratio to men, because they had like a one-kid policy, so they had abortions, and everybody would abort their female babies because they only got one kid. Everybody wanted a son. That's why China's kind of fucked. And so that's another thing I try to do. If I'm with a Chinese woman and I can get away with it, consensual and all, I totally, you got to finish inside of them. You got to. If you're American, you really have to. Again, with consent. But, yeah, because that way, I mean, they're probably just going to abort it because they're just so used to aborting babies. But, if that one if she has a Chinese man at home and she comes back from traveling to America and then they have a baby and they got like a white American Chinese baby or black American Chinese baby, whatever American, dude, that's going to be amazing. We can infiltrate them like that. That's what I wish I did. I was about to. This is going to be, I'm going to show how I got COVID I was working at the Griffith Park Observatory, which is like a museum on kind of by the Hollywood sign. You get a lot of tourism. And I started fucking with a Chinese tourist. And I remember when she had to go back to China because of the travel restrictions. And then later I got sick. And she was telling me to nut in her. And I almost did, but I was worried. I feel another time that I failed you, America. I was worried that if I nut in her and she has a kid who's kind of like, white American Chinese, but never knows his American father, I thought of it like a Miklo in Blood In, Blood Out, the white dude that becomes head of the Mexican mafia. I felt like I would be making a little Genghis Khan. Genghis is Mongolian for Genghis Khan. I was worried I would do that and you would have this white Chinese boy become the ruler and emperor of China with a vengeance against America because of his father that he never knew, aka me. So unfortunately, I chickened out last minute and did not impregnate her. Here is This was a bit when I'll just go to the story.
COVID begotten. Oh, it is but a miserable tale. Has sensuality ever dribbled down your neck in such lethal gloss? If not, how could you grasp the voluptuous nature of COVID into the loins of man? It was but a steamy day at work. The new year just begun, 1st of January, 2020. Our hero, clad in nothing except his work garments, a museum uniform shivering in deep cosmic blue, almost dark enough to be purple. Nipples erect as if greeting banter to the swift Los Angeles mountain wind. His hair dazzled a masculine bun, which kept seagulls at bay as Poseidon himself wields weapon. Close your eyes. Can you feel the golden drift? Just above your skin.
So yeah, when I worked at Griffith Park, if you guys ever been to LA, you gotta go. The observatory, it's like a planetarium. It's a telescope, a giant one to see the stars on the hill facing the Hollywood Hills with the Hollywood sign. And yeah, I would work there. They had employee parking, and you had blue uniform and all, and and so that's what it was. It's a sexy retelling of how I got COVID. So that was just me describing my walk from the employee parking to the actual job site, which was a cafe at the end of the universe.
Causing each hair on the body to bloom. Lo and behold, thou Chinese seamstress, stressed down on his path. A few inches below Char-Char's height, yet a warrior's attitude matched of an American rebel. Decked in light leather, she glimpsed our prestige protagonist and dazzled in his delight. Oh, how she moistened in sight of an Anglo's red glare.
That's true. She was wearing a leather jacket, looking all kind of like Ramoned out. So, she was digging America. Of course, man, when girls see my hair, they get nutty. That's why I was in Turkey last year I was in like little Syria where the chicks all abide by Muslim customs or whatever, and they like cover their head. But I love walking around them so they see my hair, and I imagine it makes them think, what's the point of me covering my head when it's supposed to save the beauty of my hair for the husband, where that's a dude that has way better hair than I ever will or dream of. So I like to make them feel like question their religion in that regard, question tradition. And one of my favorite things is I used to tour with the band American Mile. We had Joe Novell the other day. He was in it. He got me in it. But I loved it because we're in hotels every day, every night. We're always on tour, perpetual tour. I think they're still doing it, we were doing like casinos, state fairs, clubs, whatever, you name it. And so girls would always be like, oh, your hair, it's so pretty. What do you use? And I'd go, hotel shampoo and conditioner. Drives them nuts. It wasn't a joke. I just remember that keypad. I forgot I got sound effects. Check it out. I didn't know I had that one, but I feel like I might get struck down for copyright. So I got to get rid of that one.
King Arthur's heir himself, surely, she muses to herself in mainland Chinese. How would I like to munch on the fabric of his chest? Chops licking and drip drizzling, she esquires him from work. Have you ever eaten barbecue? He would growl passionately. Medici Jesus, she would pamper from her rainforest lips.
That's something that I heard. People say, oh, I look like Jesus, but I'm not black. Well, first of all, people in Jerusalem and stuff, they're Mediterranean. I don't know. Even if you meet Italians, they don't like considering themselves white. So you're getting into that territory where it's not so cut and dry. Let's begin there. But second of all, I think I did hear that it was one of those Italian rich peoples. I heard it was Medici, but I don't think it might not be true, but that they paid a painter, an artist to paint Jesus in like their child's image, which would look like me. So that's what I mean by Medici Jesus.
Needless to say, death awaited. Her big bosoms, corona-drenched, produced a pheromone.
She had huge titties. You don't really see it on many Chinese women. And, you know, but if you put yourself out there for your country, for your cause, promoting Americanism in any way you can, democracy and freedom for all, then, you know, you hit jackpot sometimes and get a Chinese woman with some grand old titties.
Bosoms, corona-drenched, produced a pheromone of enormous traction, copulating in the light of night until every drip of the plague has entered his body. After 3 days, our ignominious scoundrel drops her off not without one more glimmer of lips coveting down his obelisk in a 1999 Subaru automobile on the streets of Inglewood.
That was great. That was one of my favorite times driving in my life. Well, that and during the COVID, again, I'm like a total Trumper, but I love Joe Biden, but I do everything that Trump would do. But Trump might not even like me for it because it goes against his whole gaslighting and brainwashing. But during the pandemic, I also at the Griffith Park Observatory. I met this Mexican immigrant named Frida, and we hit it off. But during the pandemic, I got furloughed from my job. All my gigs got canceled just like that. And my parents were like, "Hey, why not come to Michigan?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's reasonable because this might be the only time I really get to spend with my family. You know, as an adult, you don't really, if you got a life somewhere else, you don't necessarily always have that much time to go visit them." And so sure enough, but we couldn't fly because my girlfriend Frida didn't have a passport or papers or anything. And so we had to drive, and she couldn't help with the drive from LA. So that was another great driving experience because I'm not going to say it. I just got off the phone with my mom, but you can imagine. You can imagine how she kept my spirits up. Oh no. Damn, I have a splooge button. But if I do that, I'll lose the story. So let's just keep going with the story. I'll add the splooge to my processor. So in the future, when I have something saucy like that, I can go splooge. But let's just go with this story. So I dropped her off at the airport after she was COVIDing down my obelisk.
Days pass from when she left. Charlie enjoys Corona beer and the very stylish Wuhan medal, a China symbol to defy the ages when COVID grasps him.
You've got COVID.
In disbelief, he stays home 4 weeks straight. There have been no cases in America but 2. He could not be the California first.
This was again true. I was bedridden. I was really fucked up. I had this cough, the gnarliest cough. Every time I did, it was deep and painful. And it was like an itchy, you know, where you have to cough. You can't conceal it. But every time it happened, I'd just be withering. Really, right? It was nuts. It was gnarly. And then after 4 weeks where it was like 3-4 weeks where it was never getting better, just nothing getting better. That's when I was like, you know, I gotta fess up and go to a doctor, which you'll hear about.
Rubbing soap on his bare body, he journeys to the doctor.
Remembers an erotic retelling.
It is his 3rd week, and there has been no recession of illness. A high fever, compressed chest, and whopping cough relentlessly pursuing the undoing of Char's bodacious bod. Not wanting to be case number 1, he lies of his symptoms and claims it is not but the flu.
That's true. One of the questionnaires was, do you have a compressed chest or something like that? And I've read the symptoms of COVID, and I was determined not to have COVID. So I lied. I said, like, nope, I can breathe fine.
The doctor takes an x-ray and comes back incredulous. You lying fuck! Your lungs are compressed. You can't breathe. Charlie agrees, and the doctor oils him up with delicate lathers.
That part was dramatized, but what they did is they had to do something to get they had some kind of, it was all kind of hazy. It was all hazy, but something happened. They had to put something down my throat to like kind of, and there was like a pump to like inflate my chest or something. It was a really gnarly time, and I barely remember.
before putting an apparatus down his throat to pump his chest back up. He took medicine and became better. Yet, though he survives, how many has he infected, thus killed?
Okay, there's another version where it has some sound effects in it with like, you got COVID. I used to have the greatest. Like, I used to have these themes.
You've got COVID. You've got COVID.
I'm telling you, I was great at it. I mean, watch me now, man. I don't think anybody knows I'm streaming. I'm only doing this to have some content so I can come out. And I got but look at me go. Look at me go. There's no way you can fuck with this. Like, yeah, I'm new to it. I don't know how to work technology. But I sure as hell can talk to a wall. And I do stress out at times. I think, how am I going to do it? But then I get in front of that wall and it comes naturally. I just do the first words and I'm off to the races. I can talk all day to nothing. It's just, I'm so excited that I've had this talent that normally is worthless. Usually in a real healthy civilized society would have no merit. There'd be no use for this talent. If everything was right and sane, what I'm doing right now is it should be worthless. There's really no true value. There's no intrinsic good in it. Yet, look at me. Lo and behold, the times. The universe has put in place a circumstance, a scenario where my useless talent is actually the answer to everything America needs. Isn't that wild? And America, the greatest military empire of all time, needs me. Isn't that wild? I love it. I mean, I don't like it because I wish I could go and live my life and do things that I think are cool. Because obviously podcasting, I don't think it's cool. I like Howard Stern. I like him a lot, but that was a radio. It was a lot different. I mean, he kind of made everything, but again, I'm doing it. I think I can help this guy out.
Do you know anything about buying cars or titles and all that? It's autistic, boring, in the weeds, discreet. Like, here's the VIN, motorcycle accident.
Okay, it's coming up. He's talking about, here we go.
We like Carfax because they are.
So he's talking about, again, I showed it to my mom on the first episode, but again, this idea that both political parties are car salesmen, dealerships, so nobody can trust any news they get because of that. And he's saying, and he's got a big following, and he's saying that he needs some kind of Carfax to get truth, like the love of Joe Biden, what America is, out to the people.
Accurate, and they have a history, a record of accountability. Go ahead.
That's not what sells cars. It's the salesman telling you it'll.
Okay, again, I already played this on the other show, but this is it. This is my destiny.
The issue is what has to happen is in a world right now where the Carfax is really fucking boring. What I need, what I want, what I would want to be, or I would have a media company doing, whatever. I don't know. That's what I'm trying is I need a really entertaining, funny person to be the guy that's selling the Carfax. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I want somebody to do or be, and I don't see that. Yeah,
that's me. That's why I have to do this. Because look at it. I'm proving myself right now. Again, nobody's listening. Nobody's here. But look at me. I see that wall. See, people have knacks. Everybody's good at something, and you never know if that skill is going to be required of you, that talent, that raw talent. This is what I got that raw talent on. I'm seeing the wall right now. I'm looking at a window. I can't wait to have a camera. All I'm doing is looking at a computer with a bunch of nonsense on it. I'm looking at books, and yet I'm putting on a show. And it's the kind of show that America thrives on. Yeah, that's why I don't listen to podcasts or watch streamers. Because why would anybody, if you have a life, you can go live it. I understand some podcasting where it's like a niche thing that you're really into, whether that be gardening or chess or drum history of drums, where it's not a mainstream thing, but it's just to get some kind of tidbits of information and kind of, gather around other like-minded people for these little, these hobbies or whatnot. But it's gotten to the point where podcasting is mainstream and it's necessary in order to not have Trump poison our country. poison the blood, to not have Trump poison our minds and the blood of our country, because he did it without resistance. So now it ends here. I am the resistance. This is a face. We're going to be red, white, and chill. We're not going to be this Nazi propaganda bullshit. We're going to be red, white, and chill, and that's it. And so, guys, first I'm going to make this podcast, then I'm going to run for office, and my only promise is I'm going to make Joe Biden sit down in that Oval Office chair and that Resolute desk, and I'm going to have him do all the work, and I'm just going to be the face of it. And if anybody has a problem with Joe Biden, they can talk to me, and that'll be it. And our country will be the greatest. It is the greatest, but trust me, wait the end of January when Trump takes office, you're going to see for yourself. But you're going to be too dumb and listening to all these other podcasts being told, oh, no, it's this, it's that, because they take you for suckers. They take you for suckers. And you know what? You are. And you sucked us with it. Us people who have brains. Us people who have our own opinions and minds. Who don't just listen to podcasts. Oh my God, I got a podcast. You got a podcast? You want to be in my podcast? Podcast. Podcasts are fucking dumb. And you guys are forcing me to do it. You know who I am right now? I'm like Aragorn from Lord of the Rings. I'm Aragorn. I'm heir to Isildur. You heard it from my mom. I'm from the lineage that brought Budweiser and other American beer to China and the rest of the world. Guys, I'm Aragorn. I'm the return of the king, the spirit of America, man. I'm returning the American spirit. Aragorn was just a ranger, right? Just fucking off, doing cool shit, living a badass life. But then he got that calling where he had to help Frodo destroy the ring and defeat Mordor. That's what's going on right now. I was having a great life. I'm a musician in LA. After this, I'm going to go play drums. I'm going to go fucking have a good time. I'm going to jam with the greatest musicians in the world. That's what LA is. That's what I'm going to do as soon as I clock off of this, whatever this is, this podcast, the stuff that you need to have to infiltrate everybody's fucking brain. It's the only thing you guys listen to. Because you guys don't read books. I bet none of you read books. And that's why I'm going to get information from people who do read that are smart, and I'm going to help you understand it. Because I'm a dummy like you. The only difference between us is I know to listen to smart people. I know who's dumb and who's not. Guess what? You guys are dumb. I'm sorry. But don't worry, I'm here now. And I'm going to help everybody red, wine, and chill. Is this mic on? And that's just going to be it. That's going to be the way. So I let you guys down, but no worries. I'm here now. I'm Aragorn. I'm returning. I'm taking over. It's my throne. I'm taking it. We're going to destroy the ring. We're going to defeat Musk and Trump and all of them. It's going to be rough, but we're going to do it. I'm Aragorn. We need more Frodos. I need a Frodo. I need everything. I need everything right now. I'm missing everything. I need a theme song. I got a media manager now. I got a studio bass at Kenny's. I can't wait till he returns from his trip so he can be playing guitar, just so I'm entertained. So I feel like it's not a total waste of my time because I can listen to good music. But I'm here, guys. This useless skill that I have is at your service. You know how Aragorn said, you have my sword, America? You have my nonsense. You have my bullshit. You have my witty humor. You have my juvenile, adolescent sense of fart humor. So I'm here for you. There's no reason to fret. Because just like Jesus Christ, I'm going to sacrifice my perfect life to suffer for you. But it's good, because as Kamala says, it's hard work, but I like hard work. Okay. That's pretty red wine chill. I think I'm getting the message out. Again, it's the Blitzkrieg Bop of podcasting. I'm going to help y'all. I'm going to help set y'all straight. I like this song, on Aunt Betsy by Baxter Elkins. I like it because it's not licensed or published or whatever. I mean, it is, but it won't get copyrighted. So I'm going to play it out. I think that's one hell of a show. I proved myself once again that I don't need anything. I don't even need a co-host. I don't need a code. I don't even need all these sounds. I want to get it because it'll be more fun for me. Fuck you guys. But I proved it. I don't even need an audience. I don't need anything. I really don't. And look, I look at other podcasts and they do nothing. They just sit there, man. They play video games. I'm putting more work in it. Eric Orange here, guys. Don't worry. The spirit of America is flowing through me. I am America. You tell anybody. You tell anybody, hey, I'm listening to America. I'm not listening to Elon Musk, Elon Russia. I'm not listening to Russians. Look, I'm wearing a sick-ass fucking poncho, guys. Where are you guys? I got long hair. You know who else had long hair? Jesus. And people that rebelled against the Vietnam War and that establishment, that war-hungry establishment. I know what it is to... I'm a rebel. I have family from the Union and the Confederacy, man. I got it. And I'm giving it all up for you, America. I'm going to give my best. As Joe Biden did. His spirit runs through me. And God willing, I become president, I'll make Joe Biden run the country. And that's it. And all will be well. And hopefully you guys won't be lacking your frontal lobe anymore. Let's take it away, Aunt Betsy. Thank you, everybody.
See Aunt Betsy when I die. Well, I'm going to see Aunt Betsy when I die. Well, I'm going to see Aunt Betsy when I die. Well, I'm going to see Aunt Betsy when I die. When I die, oh, when I die.
I'm gonna have other people sing my shit.
Well, I'm going to see Aunt Betsy when I die. Oh, when I die, oh, when I die. Well, I'm going to see Aunt Betsy when I die. Oh, I'm going to talk to Jesus when I die. Well, I'm going to talk to Jesus when I die. Well, I'm going to talk to Jesus when I die. Well, I'm going to talk to Jesus when I die. Oh, when I die, oh, when I die. Well, I'm going to talk to Jesus when I die. Oh, when I die, oh, when I die. Well, I'm going to talk to Jesus when I die. Know that there'll be church on Sunday when I die. Oh, well, there'll be church on Sunday when I die. Oh, well, there'll be church on Sunday when I die. Oh, well, there'll be church on Sunday when I die. When I die, oh, when I die. Well, there'll be church on Sunday when I die. When I die, oh, when I die. There'll be church on Sunday when I die.